Whoa, it's been a minute. It has been a minute, but my first order of business coming back again. Oh, is to rebuild the Miami Hurricanes. And I know they're 94 overall. They may have it set. But I'm rebuilding them into a dynasty, not just a 1 year on, 1 year off team. This year was a Cinderella story. They just lost the national championship. We need a Miami Hurricanes team that is always going to be there. Cristobal always going to be there. Now, it's going to be a different coach because I'm going to be the one taking over. But that is my first order of business coming back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing okay. Had to finish school, and now we're back to it with the Miami Hurricanes. That was a... Oh, I guess Cristobal doesn't give his rights. That was a rough night in terms of how that game went, because the Hurricanes didn't even lose to Indiana. They just beat themselves. They didn't, like... It wasn't like Indiana was doing anything super significant. Like, I mean, in terms of stopping us on defense, yes, but we were still moving downfield. Our kicker hasn't made any sort of legitimate field goals the entire postseason, and then 87 just decides to shit the bed the entire game except for one catch that he got for, I think it was like 15 yards or something like that, maybe 18, and he just decides that he's not going to block the guy that's going to come in and block the punt, and they get the touchdown. So that's how it's going to go. But I usually always go with the recruiter, especially with a dynasty sort of situation that we're going to be running right now and just focusing on that. I'm going to get through everything, and I'll go over and explain everything after the fact. So I'm going to run through a few things. In terms of rebuilding the Miami Hurricanes, I am doing this in a sort of fashion that I don't really care what happens during a regular season, but I am going to recruit throughout this season to be prepared for the next one, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put my recruiting board, I'm going to go week by week, and I'm going to make sure that we try to get those players as much as we can. But the outcome of the season doesn't really rely on me. Going forward, it may. But I just want to be able to recruit the players that I need to recruit for this team and not have to just wait for the transfer portal and do all that type of stuff. Now, if you don't like that format, let me know down in the comments below, but I could do it in a sort of situation that it's auto recruit whenever I'm starting from the off season. But I think for right now, this is the best case scenario. And with what I had, I'm going to put these upgrades because we're looking for QBs, wide receivers, offensive line, and linebackers. Obviously, I don't have enough to fulfill the linebacker spot completely. Now, with that being said, we have to go into our recruiting board. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this, and I'll explain each recruit that we're going to have on this board and give little updates throughout the season in terms of who we get and who we lose out on. Just to give you a rundown on my strategy for this, with the limited hours that we do have, I'm focusing on the gems, obviously. Got to make sure that they are going to be retained since we found them. So we got, I think, 3 to maybe 4, 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4, so we put 50s on those, and then the remaining amount we put 50s on the 5 stars and positions of desperate need, like a QB and things like that. And then the rest I tried to put 25 hours each on as many as I could, to be honest with you. I put 50 for a 5-star halfback that we're trying to look into, and the remaining positions aren't like super desperate needs that we can't fill in the transfer portal. Maybe like a kicker, he's probably going to take a minute to decide anyways. Sam linebacker, I can find one. A couple guards I can deal with. A fullback, do we really need it? Probably not. So with 800 hours, I only had so much flexibility with that. In terms of the criteria of being a dynasty, it's winning, I guess I'd say like three national championships in a span of like 4 or 5 years. And if not, 99 overall, because I think it's pretty difficult to get like to a full 99. And you really need to have a good team to be able to do that, and a significant amount of recruits. So I would like to say about 3 or 4 championships in a 5-year span, I think, is the goal. But I think I'm going to do this for about 5 years. Maybe not counting this year, maybe counting the 5 years afterwards. So going to 2030, maybe, is where we will start out at. So I'm going to go through the season. I'm going to recruit week by week. And anytime that there is an update, you will see it. And we will see what happens going forward in terms of these recruits. But we have a lot of work to get done with this team. And I mean, I'm excited in terms of the potential of this group in Malachi Tony. Malachi Tony is definitely going to be the leader for us. Carson Beck, he's leaving. And then we don't really have any quarterbacks behind him, which is not great for us. Mark Fletcher might be leaving after this season, so that's not fantastic. But Pringle, we're going to need to get him, or we need to get somebody drafted because his pro potential deal breaker is in line right now. We're going to have to rely on Jordan Lyle, maybe. Charmar Brown, what's his deal breaker? Coach prestige. So he's not going to leave because of playing time, but I would like to get him involved, maybe more than Wheatley Humphrey, just because he doesn't seem like he wants to even be involved with the playing style. So I'm going to bench him, let Brown come in, and I think that's how I'm going to run that. In terms of the wide receivers, as we know, Malachi Tony is a freshman, and I just think he's going to be great. Normal dev is insane. Normal dev is insane. Wow. Okay. Well, either way, we're going to need to replace our seniors that we have, Marion and Daniels. Both performed pretty well in the playoffs, especially Marion. Other than that, we're pretty weak in those spots. I just don't get how Malachi Tony is a normal dev, to be honest with you. Oh, look, number 87, the man that sold the national championship himself. Francis is definitely going to be going to the draft after this year. And then we don't have a great left tackle behind him. I mean, yeah, it's basically what we already are trying to search for in terms of getting our guys. I tried to scout as much as I could. Yeah, Ruben Bain's definitely gone. I tried to scout as much as I could with the amount of hours that I had, but since I'm pretty low in terms of the recruiter status and how much flexibility I have with having so many players scouted, there was only so much that I could do. So I wasn't able to find as many gems as I would like to find whenever I do this normally. So through the years, I'm sure we're going to be able to be more flexible with that. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to make a dynasty and the next dynasty of college football. Oh, wow. Okay, so already having an update after the first week. So that's fantastic. We love to see it. After the first week, we're already losing out on a significant amount of prospects. The halfback that I was trying to get doesn't want to come here. The other one that I didn't even try to get isn't coming here. We lost out on a lot. We lost out on a lot, and that probably means that we're going to get a lot of hours back. But to be honest, my usual strategy with this is just focusing on the players that I already have scouted and on the ones that are on my list. So whoever isn't on it, we'll figure it out in the transfer portal and go from there. And if there's nothing in the transfer portal, then geez, gonna have to wait till next year, because I'm pretty good with our halfbacks, especially our freshmen and our sophomores. So not mad about it. But we have to check about it already, and we haven't even played a game. 150 hours we have to dispense. You're gone. So, I'm debating on what to do about the rest, because I don't know if I should just focus on the people that have us high in their rankings or in their rankings at all, because we're not in the rankings for this right tackle here, and that would take out another offensive lineman that we're not a part of. Or if I fully commit to him and go for the 50, but man, our grades suck. Oh my gosh, they suck. Oh, strong safety. It seems like we're doing pretty well with the hours that we have on them right now, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. In terms of the will linebacker down here, we're going to commit a little bit more because it seems like he needs a little more attention. Kicker will give 25, and then I think we're just going to fill out the ones that we have waiting in this list with 25 and then see what we have left and see which player we should probably do the most. Let's do this Sam linebacker just because we're 5th for him, and if we put 50, it'll probably significantly boost our odds of getting him. Everybody else seems to be fine though, so I'm happy about that. But all right, another week, another update. Let's hope that we beat Notre Dame. That's what I'm worried about. We'll wait till after this Notre Dame game and hopefully beat them out. I think we beat them. I feel like we wouldn't have this many first place. Wow, we went from 1 to 5, so we definitely beat them 1-0 against Notre Dame. So that's beautiful. Players at risk of leaving. Our pro potential is screwing us significantly, so we're gonna have to win. And that should be our main concern going forward for sure, because winning is gonna be the main thing that's gonna make Carson Beck a draft prospect, Ruben Bain, all those type of players. The pro potential would boost if they are drafted at a high level. Playing time, Lyle, you're gonna have to deal with it, buddy. I can't really tell you much. Stadium atmosphere being a C+ is kind of wild to me. Playing style, Francis was gonna be leaving for the draft anyways. I'm not super concerned about that, so I'm not gonna change anything super significant. But as you saw, there wasn't really anything new. So we're going to keep moving forward and hopefully win out the entire season, to be honest with you. Best Red Bull flavor, and you can't tell me otherwise. If you think anything otherwise, you're wrong. I hate to break it to you. Just a little update before we keep moving forward. It's week 4, and we're doing great. We're doing great in terms of the recruiting of what we have. My only thing that's concerning me is the fact that I don't have enough hours to have them visit. And I'm hoping that doesn't screw me, because that would really suck. But I've been maneuvering. As much as possible, and we're basically first for everybody that's left on our list except for, I guess, him. And for some reason, I don't know how our playing style can affect you when you're a kicker, but the Sam linebacker just doesn't seem like he wants to come here, so I'm probably going to take the L on that one and just, there you go. There's your update with that one too. 25 hours that we got from that. I'm going to try to get somebody to visit. Now, I wish it was before this week that I would have been able to decide that, but you know, who's really counting, you know? I'll probably do the 2 wide receivers, but at the same time, oh, never mind. Yeah, it'll probably be the wide receivers. I'm going to put him to come for Louisville. We'll do Coach Prestige, and then who else? Is it really just going to be wide receivers? Do we have anybody else that wants to visit? We'll do this Will linebacker since he's starting to become uninterested for some reason, and put him for championship contender. And I think that should be it for that. I'm going to leave this kicker here because I feel like he's being a little dramatic. But other than that, yeah, we're doing pretty decent otherwise. I hope that we're able to get some hours here and there. But again, update you if we lose anybody, update you if we have anybody commit early. Doubt it with our level right now, but it's okay. Okay, so this might be a big week, so I'm just going to start talking now, because we have a significant amount of players that we could possibly have a make or break situation right now. And we lose out on Gooch, a gem. I really tried. I really did push for him. I really did. He just didn't want to stay. He didn't. And I couldn't really do much about it. He didn't want to stay on our board. He wants to go to UCF out of all places. I don't know why the hell you would want to go to UCF. You're going to lose over there. Other than that, though, everybody else has slightly dropped us here and there. I don't love that, per se. But, you know, we're going to have to see how the cards fall. That's a little concerning. Ooh, 11 receptions, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns by Marion. We're in a bye week. We lost to FSU? Are you kidding me? Can we be slightly competent at all? What are we doing? How do we lose to FSU out of all teams? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm gonna go through all of these. That blows my mind. Out of all the teams that we could have lost to this season, I did not think it was gonna be them. Won't even lie to you. I will not lie to you. But that's definitely disappointing. I'm just trying to make sure I hit all the notes on this because this is becoming a pretty crucial last bit of weeks for these people. Why? Playing style? So, okay. We're going to leave that for now. I don't quite understand how it's not his playing style, but conference legend for this guy. In terms of the QBs, I honestly wasn't super concerned about getting a QB like through the prospects because being in Miami, we're gonna have to go for the transfer portal without a doubt. We don't have time to develop people. We don't have time for any of that really. We have to really push for a now situation to be able to compete, and I think that's going to be a focus for Miami going into next year. I'm trying to make sure I really need to get this guy or get all the people that are left, to be honest with you. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll continue on that. Oh, we got a commitment from a wide receiver, Connor. I'm not even going to try to say his last name, but a 4-star recruit is solid. Another 4-star recruit being a defensive tackle. But we lost a few. We lost one to the Knowles, which is the team that we lost to, so I'm sure that had a effect on that for sure, because we can't be losing to teams that we're trying to recruit against. And the Sam linebacker who had us at 4th. I thought we were at 2nd for him. We definitely were, but he dropped us out for sure. I'm in a recruiting battle for him, but I put him to visit this week as well, so I'm pretty sure, or no, it was the free safety, this one right here. I think I'm going to play this game just to make sure that we really show out. Yeah, otherwise we're probably going to screw the pooch on this one, but this is a very, very, very important game that we really need to win. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these, clean out what's left of the past, and move forward with the prospects that we're trying to focus on right now, because I'm sure that we have a lot of holes at the moment. Can't really do much about those. That's going to be a big factor in the transfer portal, but I think we can make a lot of moves for that. The linebacker situation, I'm a little concerned about, but that's an issue for another day. We're 2nd now for the wide receiver that we've been pushing for this entire time. Okay, we have 4 very big recruits for this game. I don't know how much I'm going to show this game, but I know for a fact that I'm going to do my absolute best to blow them out. Like, blow them completely out the water. And hopefully I'm not too rusty, because I've been playing, like, on my own time on this game. So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Oh. Oh. It's going to be a day for Tony. Oh my days. Mark Fletcher with a 19-yard rush on his first rush of the game. I wish I could use this team more, but I'm not going to waste time playing through the games. And I mean, if I play through the games, we're going to be a dynasty immediately. It's not even a question, but I just want to make it entertaining for you. And Mark Fletcher is going to get the touchdown, the first touchdown of the day. I want to get 10. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Carson Beck. Wow. Way to get the ball off. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful pass. Let's go. First down. Oh, beautiful blocking. Brown is going to go for the touchdown. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting him to reach out like that. Oh, first down. I wanted to get more, though. Here we go. End of the first quarter. We're getting first down at the first down, so as long as we're making it downfield, I really want to blow them out because it would give us a significant boost to the visits, but we'll see what happens. Right there. Right there, Daniels. Ah, I wanted you to get that touchdown, but we're probably going to give it to somebody else. It looks like Mark Fletcher's going to get it. If he finds the opening here. He might. He gets it. bounces off of that try of a tackle, and we make it 21-7. Oh, here we go. Another one for Mark Fletcher. Oh my gosh, he's on a roll. Oh, that's beautiful. First down. It's not, man. Right there. It's zone coverage. You gotta hold on to that ball, bro. Oh, yeah. Marion gets us the first. Almost gets pushed back, but we get the first and goal. We could probably get that same look again. I don't think they'll be keen on it. No, they're on it. Oh, but it's a Carson Beck running in again. Gosh, that's a bittersweet memory now that we got eliminated from the national championship, or we just lost in the national championship. Oh, Fletcher pushed for it. Damn. We got to run tempo. We got 1:15 left. And 2 timeouts. We don't need you doing anything crazy. We just need you to run a route. Oh, man, I was not expecting him to get out like that. Jeez. Here we go. Mark Fletcher. There we go. Call the timeout. Oh! I had that. I had that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get out of bounds. We need a new play call. I like Marion on this a lot. Oh, man, he dropped back. I did not expect that at all. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Why? Hold time out. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, Mark Fletcher. Oh, Mark Fletcher. Please, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stop celebrating. Let's go. Let's go. We don't have time. Let's go. We got 15 seconds left to get a touchdown. What a catch by Mark Fletcher. Wow. That was impressive. Oh! An 87 who sold us a national championship gets us the touchdown there. Wow. Oh my God. 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 That was insane. Wow. I see you. Oh my God. Carson Beck. Put it on him. Don't do the same shit you did last night and fuck up the throw. Ooh, that was something that pissed me off last night. Carson Beck, you are not an NFL quarterback. Why the hell did you not throw it deep into the end zone? If you're going to throw it to a man that beat his man, he was not coming back on a curl. No, he was not coming back on a comeback anyways. You throw that shit into the end zone. If it's incomplete and he's not able to get it, it's incomplete and we have another down. You threw it directly at the fucking defense. You dipshit. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful catch. There we go. Mark Fletcher. First down machine. There we go. Another first down. Wow. There we go. There we go. Run up the score. Mark Fletcher, you're having yourself a day, buddy. Wow. And that is going to do it. We win 63-27. I mean, it's against Louisville, but we had a significant amount of recruits coming to this game, so I really had to make sure we showed out. Oh, and we got our first 5-star recruit, Deontay Stubbs, out of Miami, comes to back or stays in Miami. And we get a Mike linebacker, Trayvon Gums, 4-star out of St. Petersburg, and we lose out on a strong safety. It's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I was really hoping otherwise, but we have a significant amount of players that have us at first now, I think, especially after that game. So that should have helped us a lot. It should have helped us a lot, but we'll see. Mark Fletcher had himself a day. 6 touchdowns. It's wild. He did have most of that. Motivator unlocked. There you go. I'm going to be focused on the recruiting, though. I'm not going to lie to you. With my time of playing this, the tactician and the motivator ones aren't really that valuable whenever you already have the recruiter one. Like, you should just focus on recruiter until you get like one, like the program builder or CEO. But you can't get CEO until you get 2 national championships. So it's not great. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see about any of these, but to be honest, these are just like their stats and everything like that. And then the motivator one is about training boost and them getting hot later on. I would rather just spend it on this at this point, which I actually have to do on that one, and then we'll start with the secondary. But yeah, everything takes a minimum of 2 years. We can't really do much about that. But let's go ahead and go into the recruiting, and I'm gonna go through this. And I mean, you've already seen what happened recently. Now we wait to see what else happens for the rest of the season. Gooch uncommitted from... What? Wasn't he taken up? He verbally committed to UCF. See, that's what I don't understand. That's what I thought would happen in this game. That, like, it's possible that they uncommit. But when it happens like that, like, it's kind of out of nowhere. I don't really get that too much. And we get another commit, and it's the free safety, the 5-star free safety out of Oklahoma comes to Miami. And we get another wide... Yes, the fucking gem. Yes. 5-star gem wide receiver to go alongside Tony. That's going to be beautiful. Oh, and we get the gem strong safety. Wow. Wow. Proctor, the QB. And we get Gooch now, who I guess uncommitted to UCF. I don't really understand that too much, but hey, I'll take what I can get, to be honest with you. I'm not upset about it at all, in the slightest. We're doing great so far with these recruits. It's going real well with that. Ruben Bain Jr. breaks the single game sack record against Stanford. That's great. That's fantastic. Ooh, SMU. That's the team that we lost to during the season that really threw us off our course for a little bit. But we're doing great so far. We're doing great. As of right now, we can't really do much about certain players. We can add more to these type of players, but we just have to wait and see. It's just that type of game right now, except for maybe him, Standard Bearer. But yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. I mean, at this point, we could probably go to another point of these people committing, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? And another commit. It is a Mike linebacker, Gabe Torres from Jacksonville, Florida, a 4-star commit. Oh no, we missed out on a right tackle that we were in a recruiting battle with. That's so tough. That's so tough. We can't be doing that. We need our offensive linemen. I don't know how many offensive linemen there's going to be available in the transfer portal. Committing to FAU, that's your own fault, buddy. Good luck being irrelevant. Other than that, though, we all right. We're all right. We're doing all right. This is our last home game of the season, so we'll see if we make the playoffs. I think we will, and then we'll be able to see how everything goes from there. I might simulate the playoff games. Not sure if we just simulate through it. Like, I meant simcast it. I'm not sure if we just simulate through it, though. Still waiting on him. Yeah, we have a bunch that we're still waiting on, but it's okay. We'll get through it. Another commit. We're getting to a point that we're just filling in the needs that we have. That is a fullback, so it's not bad. Defensive tackle out of Wisconsin. Our kicker for the future now. And we're still kind of struggling because we started filling in the other needs that we've been looking for. And it's here and there. We're third, actually. Wow. 9-1, though. That makes sense. So we have to continue pushing. We have to continue pushing. We have a good amount of recruits right now. We dropped down for him. That's not great. The recruiting battle stuff confuses the fuck out of me. I mean, if someone can explain it down in the comments below, that would be fantastic. But I'm so confused about how that shit works, to be honest with you. But otherwise, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. Most of these players, I'm just kind of adjusting as we go. Like, this one's going to be football influencer because we were able to convince him. Yeah, the A little extra boost that we can get from the grades are great. Conference Legend is probably going to be the best case scenario for him, so that sway worked again. We're just maneuvering. We're maneuvering as best as we can with the level that we have in coaching. I think in the future seasons it's going to... Wow. It's going to become a lot easier. Wow. Wow. Holy shit, that stutter was lethal. Another commit. 4-star halfback. Just filling in the holes. Filling in the holes as much as we can. We had him for a little bit, right tackle, and we missed out on the QB. Going to TCU. All these players are going to irrelevant-ass schools compared to I don't really get it. I don't get it. I really don't. But, oh well. 10-1 is the way that I think we end off the season, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last game. Third, yeah. I think that's the end of the season. But we end off in third place. Ruben Bain sets the Miami single-season sack record. He had 8.5 this year, if I'm not mistaken, in real life. So, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Oh, no, we still have to face Pitt. That's right. Who else do we have to face? I feel like it's either one or two more. Maybe Pitt's the last one. Yeah, Pitt's the last one. Hopefully we finish strong. That's a brutal one, though. That is a brutal one. And the last game of the season results in a commit. 4-star will linebacker. We lose out on a left tackle. It's all right. That's all right. I'm just worried about if we won or not, to be honest with you. We did. We did, and we're first in the ACC, 11-1. We end up second in college football. That's fantastic. Carson Beck sets the ACC single-season passing touchdown record. Wow, that was a sentence. That's great. That's great. We have to take that into the postseason, though. Ideally, we're winning a national championship this year to start this dynasty, but it's really week by week, to be honest with you. And we're going to be facing Clemson in our bowl game, or the ACC bowl game, I guess, is the ACC title game. I think it is. I didn't read it. I didn't read it all, but I'm pretty sure it's the ACC title, or the ACC championship. So we will see what happens about that. We're progressively getting through these guys. It's getting towards the end of their stuff anyways, so we're just trying to adjust. Like I've already said, Conference Legend for this guy, but it's just a rinse and repeat type of thing with recruiting in this game. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm sure most of you have already played this, so I'm just already saying stuff that you already know, but it's rinse and repeat in this game. There's really no difference in most situations. The only situation that you can't control at all is the recruiting battle, because I've tried everything. I've tried everything to be able to control that, and it just doesn't let me. It's very fucked up, but ooh, why did we drop for you? I don't love that. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We do have this game against Clemson, though. I don't think I'm going to stop in terms of simcasting it, or simcast, that's 2K, super simming it, but we'll see what happens. Will linebacker, another commit, and a 3-star left guard, like I said, filling in the gaps, and we're just going to continue doing so. And I think this is the week that we face Clemson in the ACC championship. Let's go ahead and simulate through it. Let's hope that we're going to be able to beat them, because then if not, we're going to drop in the rankings significantly. We get another commit, right guard. We miss out on a center that goes to Florida State, again, for some reason, wants to go to an irrelevant team, and it looks like we won. It looks like we won our first conference championship, hopefully of many. Hopefully every year we're able to win one, because that would really show that we're a dynasty, but needed that to get us going, needed that to get us in motion properly with this team. We're going to be losing a lot of star players this offseason, though, so I'm going to really have to lock in on the transfer portal. Congratulations on winning the ACC championship, and we move on to our bye weeks, because now we're at the top, so we're going to have a month before we play in real time. Fernando Mendoza wins Heisman like he did in real life. 73% completion with 53 touchdowns and 4,000 yards. That's wild. That is wild. Ruben Bain, 26 sacks. Ruben, relax. 34 TFLs, bro. Jesus. You're insane. I wish he was able to do that in real life, but there's just so many mouths to feed on that defensive line that, like, Mesidor was a beast. Moten was a beast. You just really couldn't go wrong with that defensive line. You really couldn't, but we're getting all the trophies possible right now. Hopefully that aids to our pro potential going forward. I would give a crap about this job offer situation, but I really don't. Why am I going to want to go to UCF? Why? Nobody in Florida wants to go to UCF. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Anybody that wants to go to UCF that lives in Florida is just a sherm. That's all it is. Otherwise, early National Signing Day. We don't have anybody else signing as of yet. Miss out on him. That's okay. We'll just fill in whatever we need to whenever it comes to the transfer portal for sure. We're going to have to change to hard sell, and I think we'll be able to get you for sure. House call seems like the best one. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up bad. I fucked up bad. Fuck, I fucked up bad. I've completely forgot about that. I fucked up. Well, another position that we're going to have to fill in, whatever that guy was. Oh, we're the #1 seed. Whoever was the 1 seed lost in their conference championship for sure. We're facing Georgia in the first round in the Orange Bowl, or in our first round, our first match. We fucked up so bad. I fucked up so bad. That was not good. That was not good at all. Let's keep using these points so we can just keep piling it up. But just gonna finish it off on this, and then we'll worry about the other ones. Now we're fully a recruiter. You can't really go wrong with that at all. But I think I am gonna simulate this one. I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna try not to. It's very tempting at points, but I'm gonna try not to. Hopefully we can beat Georgia fair and square. Oh, big run for Georgia to start off the game, but then our defense completely stops them. They went for a 61-yard field goal, and we're going to try to make our way downfield. We get a penalty in our benefit, and we get the first touchdown of the game off a rush, 7-0. 4th and 7. They missed the field goal again. They went for a 58-yarder. Jesus. Our offense is moving, and they get another touchdown, making it 14-0. Wow. Oh, Georgia gets their first score of the game because we were not able to do anything off their punt. But I like the way that we're moving downfield. 21-7. Need another stop before the half. We can't let them score. 21-14. 30 seconds left. We have the ball in the second half, but we punted away. A penalty. Unnecessary roughness. Oh my gosh. And a big... Oh! A fumble recovery? Why did it show like it was a rush? Carson Beck to CJ Daniels for 18 yards. 28-14. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Georgia's going to get another touchdown. As we're stalling out right now, we can't be doing this. We can't let them tie up the game. 8 minutes left in the game. Oh my God. And Carson Beck throws an interception, and they score immediately. Oh my gosh. And we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. We're down 2 touchdowns. Okay, I think it's time for me to hop in. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's about that time. Now, if I'm able to come back from 2 touchdowns down, then that's not even on me. That's just Carson Beck CPU not being able to do a damn thing about it. Holy fuck. Flag? It's holding, for sure. Yeah, fuck me. Go, Tony. Damn it, Tony. 3rd and 7. We gotta run no huddle. I completely forgot about the time. Got to run no huddle. We can't even call any timeouts on this drive. We can't. Come on. Gotta go for it. There we go, Mark Fletcher. There we go, boy. There we go, boy. Why is the clock still running? Why is the clock still running? I guess it's only after the 2-minute timeout. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Go out of bounds. That's a beauty. Wow, you love to see it. You love to see it. We're just going to keep running the same play because they can't seem to stop it right now. Need every last bit of this. Right there. Oh my God, Mark Fletcher, you're a demon. Oh my God, Mark Fletcher. You have been helping me all season. It's unfortunate that you're probably going to leave after this year, but it's okay. I understand. I won't be upset about it. Oh, I could have gotten that to Mark Fletcher again. Wow. No, Carson Beck, bro, a fucking pass correctly, bro. There we go. There we go. Touchdown. We need to hold them. We need to hold them on the other side. Out of bounds. 2nd and 3. Stop the clock. Every stop of the clock counts. Oh my God, way to get that pass off, Carson Beck. Wow. What the fuck was that pass? What the fuck was that pass? I specifically went this way. Well, we're going to go ahead and lose in the conference championship, or not the conference championship. In the first round of the playoffs, we get booted out. Oh, I try to bring us back into it, but obviously it wasn't enough. Kirby Smart is not that skinny. Let's not try to give him the benefit of the doubt. All right, players leaving. Francis is going in the first round. I mean, you can't really knock him for that. That's what I was saying at the start of the season. Ruben Bain, first round. Mark Fletcher, I expect him to go 2nd round in the actual NFL draft if he ends up going. Defensive tackle with elite depth trait. I would love for him to stay. That would be fantastic. Let's try to keep Moten. Nope, not persuaded. Okay, what about you? Not persuaded. That's fantastic. Pringle, bro, we're about to give you all the playing time possible. All right. Go fuck yourself. What else can I say? What else can I say to that? Jesus. Lyle, come on, y'all. Like, the second that we're about to give you some playing time, you guys want to leave. How does that make any sense, bro? Lightfoot, left edge decides to stay. Thank you so much. Wow, it's not like we just lost. Projected to go 2nd round. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Carson Beck is going in the 6th round. There's no way on God's green earth that man's going 2nd round. Nope, he is a day 3 pick. No way. No way he goes earlier than that. Nope. You're not convincing me. Mandated to go with Motivator right now because we really don't have any other choice, and I'd really like to get more things upgraded because I want to get CEO. I don't know if that's going to be a thing before the end of this, but QB is going to be a big thing. Thank God there's the Duke. He's actually rumored to come to Miami right now, which would be fantastic. I thought that was a fever dream, to be honest with you, whenever I heard about it at first. But him coming would be great. Pause. Let's go ahead and just boost all of this. Let's do this, and then we'll do it to the halfbacks as well. And that leaves us with 20. I think now, yeah, we have talent developer. So we could decide on that. 3,000 bonus XP when a player is drafted. That would have been great, like, before. But, you know. I'm going to do this one, honestly, because I just saw one that was really good. Freshman and sophomore quarterbacks progress faster. Just like the freshman and sophomore situation would be great. If we just continue to get quick XP, that would be fantastic. Transfer portal and off-season recruiting. I think, I mean, at least these guys didn't leave. That's great. But we definitely have to commit a significant amount to them right now. Let me just pick everything out, and then I'll explain after. Okay, we have an absolutely demonic transfer portal class if this all goes well. Colin Simmons, 5-star recruit. Darian Mensah from Duke, also 5-star recruit. Arch Manning, 5-star recruit. Mind you, we're first for him, somehow. And also for Simmons. Mensah is a bit questionable. Isaac Brown, when I tell you, anytime that I've gotten Isaac Brown, this man has rushed, and I think all-purpose yards, I've gotten him like 4,000 yards. Easily with Isaac Brown. He's insane. He is insane in this game. Jordan Seaton from Colorado. David Stone. Caleb Lomu. Brady Small. Trying to get our defensive tackle back. Don't know how we're supposed to be able to, but Cam Coleman I'm also excited about. I'm just excited about all these guys, to be honest with you. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm very excited about it. Draft results. Carson Beck went in the 2nd round. That's just not, no. That's just not a thing. No. That just doesn't make any sense. Mesidor going round 5 is wild. That's insane. At latest round 3. If he drops in round 5, whoever gets him gets a steal. And we already have a commit. Oh, that's our past one. Never mind. Never mind. These are all the past ones. We are first for Arch, first for Isaac Brown, second for Seaton. I mean, we're pretty set for right now in terms of the rankings. We need to start making maneuvers to be able to convince them otherwise. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good so far. Not national rank. I wanted to see if I was able to just put them at the top, but I guess not. Let's go ahead and go all the way down. All of our recruits. Lan, I'm not very concerned about you. You just visited too, so you should be fine. Simmons, still not there yet. Mensah, we're still second. Arch Manning, let's put you for a visit this week. While Mensah is still contemplating. Isaac Brown, let's also put you for a visit this week. Championship contender too. Seaton, I mean, you're going to get a lot of benefit from being with these guys. Championship contender. All 5-star recruits. That's my main focus with those guys for sure. I would like to have Cam Coleman go with Arch Manning for sure. All championship contender. They all want to be championship contender, which is great. That's fantastic. I love the hunt for what you want. But Jordan Seaton, we're going to try to push for a little bit more just because we're second for him. And it could be football influencer or, oh no, it's definitely primetime. So I'm going to put Sway for that and then put primetime for that. And then we're going to do the rest. And from there, move forward. I'm not very concerned about the rest of these guys in terms of losing out on them. I'm just very focused on making sure we get the top guys. Oh, we got to commit. Oh, my God. It's nobody relevant. Oh, David Stone, defensive tackle, comes to our team. Another defensive tackle commits. All of our defensive tackles commit. Now, how did we miss out? Okay, Cam Coleman, you were just with Auburn, bro. How the fuck does that make any sense? Right? He was just at Auburn. Jordan Seaton somehow decides that Clemson's a better option than us, even though we beat him in the ACC championship. How that makes sense, I don't know. Other than that, Jesus, Duke, Darian, not Duke. Darian keeps dropping us. Oh my gosh, and we just dropped below Georgia. Oh, fuck. Alright, last week. It's commit or not commit at this point in the transfer portal, so we have to see what happens. Our first commit is Isaac Brown, 5-star recruit. Left tackle commits. Brady Small commits. Floof Bothwell commits. Colin Simmons commits. Pringle commits. That was a last-second situation. Don't even get me started. No, Arch Manning. No, we don't have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a fucking quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. I thought for sure we were getting those guys. Fuck. I should have just cut my losses on Darian. God, our right tackle position sucks. This is going to be a rough year. This is going to be a rough year without a quarterback. Wow. Both of them committed to Georgia? Are you guys delusional? Come on, y'all. At least have some fucking decency for yourself. Bryce Underwood was there. Why am I so dumb? Why am I so dumb? I was going for the big hitters, and then they go for fucking Georgia last second. Idiot. Somehow we're going to have to deal with a 78 overall quarterback. I mean, everybody around him is great. You can't go wrong with anybody around him. Isaac Brown's going to have a season. That's for sure. Malachi Tony might leave after this year. Fuck, man. Should have went for Bryce. Alright, so just to let you know, talent developer, I put everything that I had on the QB1 because our QB is going to need as much help as possible. And starting QB will gain XP faster, so ideally, throughout the season, he'll at least get to like an 84, 85 overall by the end of it with every weapon around him, but that's all that I can do right now. I really, really thought that we were going to be able to figure it out. I really did, but that's unfortunate. Alright, so this is the real first season. The real first season for us. I mean, obviously the last season was kind of like a throwaway, sort of fun. It was to try to set up for this one, but couldn't do that. QB is going to be a definite must, and I don't even know if I care enough about the recommended for QBs. I need the best QB that there is for this team, because there's no way that I can't go for that. I'm gonna try to commit to 3. I'm not even gonna try to go for this guy. Okay, and then now let's go through the other ones. For the most part, I try to pick the recommended ones, just because it makes it a little bit easier when it comes to the recruiting aspect, because whenever you try to force yourself onto a player that doesn't really want to come to your team, it only screws you even more, and it's not fun because then you're committing so much time to them, and then it takes away from other players, and it's just a whole mess. So you might as well just go with the ones that are recommended, pick from the litter, and go from there. But as you can see, I'm progressively picking these guys out. I'm going to try to go for like certain deal breakers that we can't mess up at any point in the season. So I'm not completely against taking somebody that's a little bit maybe ranked lower than somebody else. Proximity to home can't change. Playing time, that can change, but he's a 5-star who's already interested in coming to Miami, so I can't really say no to that. And then also the pipeline. I try to stick with the whole pipeline aspect, even though some of them don't really care that much about it. It makes a difference at some points, especially whenever you're trying to sway. That can be one that you end up being able to get. But as of right now, we only have 15 targets, which is not going to be the case in the long run. Oh my gosh. Frederick Marks is not good. Okay, so we're going to have to go back and look at QBs. That'll be our first thing for sure. But already getting a gem as well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Quincy Crum is going to be a main focus for us. I mean, maybe we don't even have to try to get a 5-star, to be honest with you, because I think it was him and one other person who didn't want to be on our team. So maybe we stick with those guys. Who knows? But so far, so good. I really like to try to find the gem. Oh, no. This is always my... Okay. I keep clicking whenever I'm going through by accident, and then it's always the ones that I offer a scholarship first and then scout that end up being not a gem. But Alfonso Sims, pure power, right edge, is a guy that we're going to be focusing on a significant amount, and you are going bye-bye. So we have to look for another defensive tackle, but definitely have to try to find as many gems as we can. I just pick a position and try to scout as much as I can with them. And now that I fully upgraded my recruiting thing, it only takes about 20 hours for each, maybe 30 in this type of situation, but we're not going to need another free safety because he's already doing great. Punter looks good too, so we're going to offer all these guys scholarships. I don't know why I didn't offer these guys that, but now you're going to see me a little bit more. I was just trying to get through that first season as quick as possible. I wasn't trying to commit too much time to it. Defensive tackle, we're going to try to scout as much as we can. So let's go ahead and go through, not him. The 5 stars in this class seems to be like the weak point. So let's maybe try to avoid the 5 stars. This is basically what I just do. I just load it up. I scout all of them, see which one's a gem, and then commit to the one that's a gem. Because I don't know if that's how you call it. I've never really paid attention to other college football YouTubers and how they talk about that. I don't know if it's gem or whatever. I just say it's like a hidden gem. Correct me if you want, but I don't really care. Otherwise, we're trying to find our diamond in the rough right now. There we go. There we go. It's going to be Saunders. I'm going to go through for the rest just for shits and giggles, but it's going to be Saunders at the end of the day. And then we can get rid of the rest of these guys. Maybe with the QB, we can look a little bit more. Wide receiver, we're not too concerned about, clearly. I don't think we're even trying to get a wide receiver. Maybe we should. Who knows? But as of right now, I think we're pretty solid with our targets. If I find another gem, I'll bring you back. If not, then you'll probably see me in the first week of the season whenever we're committing some time to these guys. We got boosted up to 900 hours, which is fantastic. But like I said before, you already know how I'm going to go through these. I go through the gems first. I give them 50 hours in the house on each one. And then I go back, go to the 5 stars if there's any. And if not, go to the real key positions that we need. But definitely have to commit to the gems as much as possible. These guys are like the ones that could probably either come out with elite dev or come out with an 85 overall immediately, which is insane to start out with in college football. They're usually all like 78s and things like that. But for the most part, I'm not against where we're at right now. I know that we needed 2 offensive tackles, so I'm not going to commit so much to the offensive tackle position. But otherwise, like I said, I mean, hopefully we'll just be able... Hold on. Let's see if we can just do everybody. Let's see. I'm going to wait for the left tackle right there, or the right tackle. See if I can... I don't think we're going to be able to. No. I think we're going to have to do this. Holyfield gets 50, and then 25... 50, 75. Oh, no, we could do it. We could actually do it. Everybody gets 50 hours. I think. Even the punter. And I think that's everybody. Wow. Everybody gets 50 hours. Wow. This should be a good year. This should be a good year for our recruiting, for sure. Just gonna have to win. That's the most difficult part. With the QB situation, I don't know what to expect. Okay, at least we beat Central Michigan. If we started off the season losing to Central Michigan, I was about to be very concerned. Let's do a little week 5 update right now. We're basically first for everybody that we have. The only issue is limited hours for the visits again. So, just, again, have to see how the cards fall. Really putting effort into everybody right now, so... Not really anything bad at the moment, to be honest with you. The only situation that I just realized is this guy right here. We have to hard commit to him because that team is catching up to Syracuse, is catching up to us, so we need to make a gap for ourselves. But yeah, we're first for basically all of our recruits that we're trying to go after right now. So I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident with what's happening right now. Ooh, they have a visit for him. So we really have to figure out how we're gonna get hours. I'm trying to get somebody to commit sooner rather than later so we can have some flexibility. But I really don't want to take hours from one person, give it to another. I just don't want that type of situation. The only one I can think about is him. Which, I mean, we could do. We drop it down to what, like DM the player, and then we have some flexibility. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Let's put some players to visit. Holyfield. Let's put him to visit on the bye. Playing time is important to him. I want to stick with the guys that only have the 10 hours to be able to visit, which is fantastic for us. Let's also put him on the bye. Playing time as well. It's just going to benefit all of our prospects at this point. This is the halfback. I mean, to be honest, again, might as well just put him on the bye so we can get our... I know it doesn't really affect our hours, but like just getting the spots for the future ones is great. So we'll leave it like that. They're going to visit, I think, next week or the week after. 4-0 right now. Just got to keep hoping that they keep moving forward. So originally, whenever I came to this, I know that it's a little soon. Originally, when I came to this, I was going to put a visit for him because Syracuse is right on our ass and everybody else in the top 5 have him on a visit. My only issue is that I have 3 prospects down here that are also pretty close to finishing who also need something like that. So I would rather focus on the guy that is a gem and that has the most potential out of the 2 than the one that I know nothing about. Well, I do know something about, but it's just like he's good. He's good. So, I think I'm going to put it all on these guys down here. At least these 2, but then I might as well just put it on the Villas afterwards. So, I'm definitely going to do him. We'll put him to go to the FSU game. Championship contender. The only debate that I have is him and the other QB. I'm very conflicted. I'm very conflicted because we're still first for him. And I feel like if we put... Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. He still has a lot of time. I'm going to put a visit for him. And I'm going to put him for the pick game. Brand exposure. And then I don't know who else has 10-hour visits. But I think I'm just going to put it on him for sure. We'll put you at Virginia Tech. Coach Prestige. And then we have to just adjust these guys' things. So we're going to put Sunday player for him and make sure that we get what we need. Sorry, I'm like not sitting up correct. Sunday player. Move his to aspirational goals. We just have to convince them sooner rather than later. That's all it is. That's all it is. Before like other teams get a chance to convince them otherwise, basically. And we're already getting a commit, and it's the gem. Wow. Quincy Crum, QB. And the free safety. So that gives us a significant amount of hours back, which is fantastic for us. The center needs to get his shit together. Uh-oh. Fuck. We lost against North Carolina, and we dropped to 9th. That's not good. That's not good. We can't be losing to North Carolina. I had a feeling that was going to be the one right now whenever I simulated through. But, man, I was hoping it wasn't. I really was hoping it wasn't. How are we looking on this? I think we're looking pretty fine. I'm going to have to focus on this and then simulate to the next week. The next week is probably going to be a big one in terms of the players that are left right now. And we got our gem defensive tackle to commit from Fort Lauderdale, Joshua Sanders. Lester Connor, another gem halfback. And we miss out on the wide receiver. Not too upset about it just because we didn't really need wide receiver. I was more doing it because I found him. So I'm not too phased. That's not really something that I'm super worried about. Florida State is 0-5. Wow. Holy shit, you guys suck. We're in a recruiting battle for the QB. We have 340 hours, so I think that now is the time to commit to these visits. Because where did I have him visiting? All 4 of the guys going to this game are benefiting each other. That's insane. The QB, a center, a right tackle, and now a right guard. Another commit. 4-star Mike linebacker from Homestead. Henry Avila's defensive tackle. I expected those 2 to commit. We miss out on the center. Goes to Ohio State. I couldn't really do much about that one. I did have another one that I was eyeing in the prospect pool, so hopefully we have to beat Pitt this week. Every game now is like a must-win after losing to North Carolina, because just can't be losing to North Carolina. It's just that simple. Can't. In terms of the rest of these guys, aspirational goals is going to be the hard sell for him. We got to really make sure that we do everything that we can to get these guys to come to our team. Hometown hero is his pick. So, yeah, I mean, there's just not... At this stage, we can't really do much but just hope. That's the biggest thing at this point. Because I put the hours in, I do what I need to do, and then they end up deciding to go other places, even though I was number 1 on their list since the beginning. So it's disappointing because the game shouldn't be like that, but at the same time I get it. Like, it is what it is. There's Jose Longoria. I have to see if he's like actually good though. He is, and he's just sitting there for the taking. But yeah, other than that, we've gotten everything in terms of what we need. I can continue looking at wide receiver for sure, but you know, at the same time, what is the need for that? But I'm gonna take a look. If I find any gems, then you'll see it. If not, then you'll see me the next time somebody commits or somebody leaves or somebody doesn't commit. Another commit. We get the other QB that we are looking for. We get the punter. We get the gem QB. And we miss out on the tight end that I was trying to go after. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was the only gem that we found, but I didn't mention it because he was at the end of his, and Ole Miss was basically already getting him. So, not fantastic. Dude, we lost against Pitt, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? Genuinely, what are we doing? How do we lose against Pitt? Fuck, we might not even make the playoffs right now. That's insane, bro. We can't miss the playoffs. That's just unacceptable. That's genuinely unacceptable. Let's put him to visit Coach Prestige. Gosh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh shit, I found a gem right edge. Go ahead and visit, buddy. Pro potential. Fuck. That's not even our greatest one, but it's okay. Oh my god, I found another gem tight end. Let's fully commit to him now that we have a chance on him. Right guard from Green Bay commits, and that's the only one. It's not great, but we're going to start getting these players slowly but surely decide what they want to do. Did we win? Thank God. We're facing Clemson, who's the 1 seed. Five-star left tackle commits. 5-star right edge commits. 4-star right tackle commits. All, I think, gems. Osbin. Did we win against Clemson? Oh my God. Why don't we jump up to 1? No, I mean, it's because we have 2 losses. But we beat Clemson. Wow. Wow. That blows my mind. I thought we were definitely going to be 7-3 after that game. I don't know how all those people are visiting, or all those guys are visiting, and it just seems like we don't even have a shot at them. 10-2. I think that's to end off the season. I don't think we're playing in the ACT Championship. Sorry, it's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm trying to finish the season before I go to sleep, and then come back to finish off the rest of this. But You are not going to decide until the offseason for sure. You are not coming here. You're not coming here. Okay. So, basically, the rest of the positions that I need are going to be in the transfer portal. Not really much to do at that point. They dropped us to 7. I guess to the conference championship. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's all the recruits that we had, to be honest. I think there's this guy who still hasn't decided, but yeah, he's gone, and he's gone. And I guess center was the only one that we really needed to push for. Might as well give this man a shot, even though we're not going to be able to give it a full shot. Yeah, missed out on Bacon. I mean, like I said, I'm just filling that position in the transfer portal. It was one missed position. DeAndre Moore Jr. out of Colorado. Wide receiver, had 106 receptions, 1,700 yards, and 19 TDs. Wow. That's insane. And we're facing Colorado in the first round. We're facing the Heisman winner in the first round. Jesus. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see if we beat Colorado. To be honest with you, I'm just going to start simulating through. After this season, I'll do the super sim. But right now, I just want to be able to get through this playoffs and see how this goes. We'll see if this gives us more luck than actually watching it. Because we went from winning by 2 touchdowns to being down by 2 touchdowns against Georgia. And it seems like we won against Colorado. We won the first one. You have won a college football playoff game. So we won the first round of the college football playoffs, and we're facing Alabama in the second. I do want to see the season stats on our players. The QB did not end up developing at all. Didn't have a bad season, though. 38 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. I didn't do this last year, like I said, because it wasn't a legitimate season for us. 1,600 yards and 15 TDs for Isaac Brown. He might stay, to be honest with you. Trader had a lot more than Tony. Tony only had 500 yards on the season. That's wild. That's wild. That's insane. That blows my mind. Federique had the most tackles. I'm just mind blown about Tony being a 500-yard wide receiver. There's no way. There's no way that happens in real life. But moving on, I'm sure that we're about to get eliminated by Alabama. 1,700 XP. And we move forward. Oh, wow. We're getting hot. We're getting hot at the right time. We went from losing against North Carolina to now beating Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, Alabama's been known to choke from time to time. Oh, God. We're facing SMU in the Sugar Bowl. Fuck. SMU is like our worst nightmare as a UM team, because they somehow always make it a difficult game whenever we face them. With this being basically the semifinals to the national championship, I will hop into this one and commentate. I didn't think we were going to make it this far, to be honest with you. I thought I was going to be able to go to sleep, but no sleep for me. And here we go. SMU, our defense already showing up. Our offense just has to do the same. Isaac Brown making this drive his and making it a 7-0 game to start out. Our defense is showing up right now, but we turn the ball over. 4th and 3. They go for it and get a 13-yard rush and end up getting a touchdown after going for it. Indiana type of game right there. Indiana, Miami to be specific. 4th and 7. We make the field goal, unlike what the kicker from FAU on our team was able to do, because he can't make a field goal if his grandmother's life depended on it. But 10-7, SMU's making their way downfield. They get the first. They get another first, and I think they might get the touchdown. They're at 1st and goal right now because of a roughing and passer penalty, and they end up making it 14-10 as UM is trying to answer before the half, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal that they end up making. Wow, FAU kicker. Pay attention. Your name isn't relevant enough for me to be able to remember. 14-13. Chase Sawa, 4th and 2. They end up punting it away. 2-minute timeout. And Malachi Tony got a 14-yard catch before that. First down. We're making our way downfield. Not even Isaac Brown. Fluff Bothwell gets a 28-yard rush. And we get the touchdown before the end of the half. That is beautiful. 20-14. And we stop them before they're able to do anything. We start off with the ball. I'm sure that was Isaac Brown that just got that. But Malachi Tony got the touchdown. Caleb Lomu is injured on the play, which is unfortunate. And we failed to get the 2-point conversion, making it a 12-point game. SMU making their way downfield. But they turned the ball over. 3rd and inches for us. And we're able to get the first down somehow. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, and we're going to have to punt it away to them. SMU just is struggling against this Miami defense. We get the first down on 3rd and I think, was it 19 or 3rd and 9? 2nd and 8, we go into the 4th quarter. We're burning this clock out as much as we can. We're going to go for the field goal. Wow, 3 made field goals. Wow. Wish I could see that from the UM kicker that I hope never has a job again as a kicker. 29-14, SMU is making their way downfield. Jesus Christ. 4th and 8, and they get the field goal. 29-17, 4th and 5, we punt it away. Don't be a Georgia situation again. I really can't have that. Really can't. I need some sort of comeback story right now. Give me the Cinderella story that UM was supposed to have this season. 32-17, 4th and 3. They try to go for it and fail. They throw away the pass on 4th down. Idiot. Buffoon. And we kneel. And we're going to keep kneeling. And that is going to end the Sugar Bowl as Miami beats SMU to move on to the national championship 32-17. Wow, we're on a run right now. And we're facing Clemson, who we made them lose the first seed earlier on in the season. And we're facing them again in the national championship. And here we go. Clemson is starting off with the ball. Already our defense is showing up. We need our offense to show up too, though. 1st and goal. We're able to draw first blood as Clemson is trying to answer back in some way. And we end up getting the ball back with some sort of turnover. 3rd and 9, 4th and 9. We're going to have to punt it away. Clemson still trying to answer back. They end up getting the first down, and they're going to end up tying the game up 17-7. We went for it on 4th down and somehow got it. 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 3rd and 6, 4th and 6, and we make the field goal 10-7. Where did that happen? Long pass. Wow. 14-10. Nothing going on offense. Why did we go for it? Oh, I was about to say, if they went for it and it was something ridiculous, that would have been just stupid. I don't think that's a made field goal at all. We start off with the ball, though. 14-10. Need to get something. 4th and inches. They go for it. They get a big rush by Isaac Brown. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. We settle for the field goal. 14-13. 3rd and 13, 4th and 2. They end up punting it to us, but we have no space to do anything whatsoever. Clemson might settle for the field goal. 17-13. It is a back and forth defensive game right now. We need to be able to score when we get this ball back right now, because I have a bad feeling. Oh, 2nd and 3rd and 3. First down. 2nd and 10. 1st and 10. Another first down. 2nd and 5. 3rd and 1. 4th and 1. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. Come on. Let's go. Oh, man. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost lost my shit. If we would have gotten the TFL right there at the goal line, I would have lost my shit. And that's going to be not a touchdown. It's going to be another yard. Can we just run it in with our QB at this point? Like, what's the point of waiting on it? We have the opening. 2nd and goal. If he doesn't get it, we'll go for it again. Jesus. Let's go. Another one. No way we miss it twice, right? There we go. That's beautiful. Touchdown, UM, by a mediocre quarterback at best. But he's doing the job right now with the weapons that he has. Extra point is good. 1st and 10, 2nd and 16. Oh my god. Massive rush by Ahmad Hardy. Oh, but an interception might seal the game. Oh my gosh. 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 Give me this ball. I am running this clock out. Running this clock out. Pun intended. Pun definitely intended. God, I love Isaac Brown in this game. It's insane. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Give me the first. That's a first down. You can't do that to me. Oh, that's an opening. Bye-bye. Damn. Somehow he pushed me to 1st and goal. I was trying to, like, come back so we could run out the clock, but it is what it is. Holy fuck. This man is insane. I didn't go for the touchdown for obvious reasons. Let's not get ahead of ourselves right now. We still need to run out the clock. But it is 3rd and goal, so if we're able to get the touchdown on this one, I'm going for it. Oh my gosh. I should have waited to run the clock out somewhere. Clock out? What? Baited the fuck out of him. Baited the fuck out of that edge rusher. Baited the fuck out of him. I knew Isaac Brown was going to be able to cut earlier than the edge rusher was going to get to me. That is going to do it. Your Miami Hurricanes are going to win their first national championship since when? Like 2002? 2001, 2003? One of those years? Oh my gosh. Oh, hopefully the start of a dynasty right now. That's what I'm hoping. Now we need to win another 2 in a span of 3 years, I think I'd say. Whether it's back-to-back, whether it's over the 3 years, I'm not mad about it at all. We win our first one. Now we need to keep moving forward. Oh, our first national championship. That's a refreshing feeling. It's always the first one that I feel like is the hardest in this game. Oh, but we can move forward with that behind us. And now we can move forward to hopefully getting more very soon. Man, what a season. I thought, oh no, we lost our coordinators. That's not going to be good for us. It's not going to be good for us at all. We definitely lost some coordinators. I didn't even think about that. I was more worried about us actually winning the national championship, you know. But, you know, I mean, people are looking for other jobs, I guess. Not worried about winning. Jesus. 24 carries, 165 yards, and 6 yards per carry by Isaac Brown. That's just insane. Before I'm going to get to the point of the transfer portal. When I get to the transfer portal, you'll see a skip, and then you'll see me probably at a different time. But players leaving. Isaac Brown. Damn, bro. I did not want you to leave already. Colin Simmons. Just got him as well. Bothwell. Jesus. Lomu. Jesus. Federique. I feel like you should come back. 5th round is not... You could do better. There you go. There you go, buddy. We still have our guy. Why do you want to leave? There's no point of leaving. Not been persuaded. Please stay. Fuck. That's a gem that we got too. What's this deal breaker? Playing time? Proctor. I feel like you didn't do a damn thing for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I feel like the QBs that I have coming are way better than him. Now, it's the transfer portal that we have to deal with. We got our QB, so I don't think we're going to need to look at QBs as much. We remember Bacon was gone. We got 2 gems of QBs. I think we're just going to be looking for gems mostly. I don't think we're really empty in a lot of places. No, we're not. So I'm going to have some fun in this one because I can just pick whatever I want and see where it goes from there. Maybe we find another gem of a QB and he ends up being better than what we have right now. But Alberto Mendoza, who just committed to Georgia Tech, I think yesterday, in the day that I'm recording this right now, the 21st was when he committed to Georgia Tech, which is interesting. But we'll look at him, we'll look at some other prospects, we'll look at the top prospects in the transfer portal, and then we'll decide who we are committing to. Okay, so I scouted a significant amount of these transfer players and couldn't find any gems. I also had to realize at one point that I had to put the hours on the recruits that I already was trying to get. So we're getting a defensive tackle, a strong safety, a wide receiver, a will linebacker, a center, defensive tackle, and another defensive tackle. Those 2 just look really good to me in terms of their abilities and stats, especially Burley. But it's up to whoever wants to come. I mean, Brown has the best stats per se. His abilities aren't like as touted as Burley's. Again, I wouldn't mind getting both of them. If anything, I'd give up on Walker and that's it. But yeah, I scouted as much as I could. Couldn't find a single gem. Oh my god. Okay, one of the defensive tackles is going to go. I completely forgot about that one. Completely forgot about that guy. Let's just take it away completely. There's no point of getting 3 defensive tackles and not getting Holyfield on the team. I forgot that we were like in a recruiting battle that whole time for him, and he still didn't end up deciding. So hopefully he ends up winning us Holyfield. Excuse me. Other than that, though, I'm going to keep this guy here since we're already first for him. We'll see if we end up staying at the top for him. Probably not, but who knows. But yeah, we're just going to simulate forward. We'll see what happens. We'll see who decides to not come back to us and try to pivot in that way. But we do have a lot of coaching skills after winning a national championship, so we should put it on something. I just want to see what happens here. Burley has his first. Fordham has his first. McClary has his first. Wide receiver bumped us up to second. I think we were 4th for him, so that's good. That's definitely good for us. Tate Johnson, strong safety, has us at first. So I'm going to go ahead and go through everything and see what I can put for my coaching skills, because I'm tempted to just keep going with this. I feel like our running backs right now are not going to be fantastic. So it would probably be best if we put it on this. I think I will. I'm convincing myself. Boost the pipeline bonus. Yeah, sure. For future reference. Wide receivers also wouldn't be horrible to get in terms of the stats. I've never really focused on talent developer, to be honest with you. I've always focused on these 2 whenever I get it, and then trying to finish this one. I made the mistake of buying these 2 whenever I already have recruiter, because at the end of the day, you don't really need these. I mean, maybe you do for the whole interest boost situation, but I can already get a boost from the pipeline on this one if I max it out. I like being able to develop my players, and I feel like it's always so difficult to develop your players during the season in this game. So I'm very interested. I'm going to save the rest to see how the stats are in terms of the wide receiver and the offensive line, because I think the offensive line might struggle a little bit, but A+ coaching prestige is damn good. Let's see what we're going to end up doing. Defensive tackle Jamarius Brown still hasn't gotten to the point of us letting him visit, so we're going to let everybody else visit and do you in the bye week. Oh, that's what I'm waiting on. Whenever I get CEO, which hopefully is going to be this next year, you're able to max out your visit numbers to 8. That's a beautiful stat, or that's a beautiful acquisition of a skill in this game. We should probably set this up in a way that it makes sense. So the defense tackles obviously aren't going to go together. Holyfield, I assume, is just going to keep waiting until the very last second. So we might as well just get rid of this defensive tackle, pursue the other one since we're already first for those two. Okay, so I'm going to put the center and the wide receiver on the same day. I'll put them first just because... You know what? I'll put the first defensive tackle on the same day as them too because I can't mix the two. So I'm going to put the defensive tackle, the wide receiver, the center, and the strong safety all on the same day. Conference prestige. Go ahead and come to... Oh, no, he can't even come yet. Interesting. We'll put you on the first day as well just to try to get you already going. Championship contender. Well, in that case, then that's probably the best case scenario for us then because... Hold on. Let me put Burley as the first one. Playing style or playing time? I'll put playing time. And then I wanted to see it does make an impact. Does it make an impact for the strong safety? No. So we're going to put the will linebacker with the defensive tackle. Brand exposure is the only one that we have so far on him. So then the strong safety can go on the second day. Although he's more of a higher touted prospect for us right now. We'll put playing style for him as well, just because we know that that's his favorite. And for the rest of the situation, we can't really do anything per se about not having more aspects of what they like. So I think that's the best that I'm going to be able to do with them right now, to be fairly honest with you. Maybe what I could do is sway. At the same time, though, it's a little risky not having two. I try not to do it unless absolutely necessary, so I'm going to wait it out and see how it goes. If I don't find any gems, then you're just going to see me simulate to the next week. And if I do, then you'll see me before we do that, because I want to keep looking for gems as much as we can and see what we're able to find. But we need halfbacks now. Oh my god. I hate when that happens in the transfer portal, when they just randomly say, oh, you need this now. Great, fantastic. I'm so glad you told me when I started this out. When I started this transfer portal out, I'm so glad you told me that, for sure, without a doubt. Okay, so we ran out of recruits to basically look for. I'm not even going to lie to you. In terms of value and in terms of players that will bring any sort of value to our team as gems or whatever, there just isn't any gems in this transfer portal. It's just the ratings are what it is. I'm so sorry for my hair. But in terms of the people that we added after college football decided to tell us late, we added 3 halfbacks that had already been scouting prior to trying to find like a gem of a halfback. I'm more keen on getting Powell and Gibson than I am getting Riley. Since he's already in his top 5, I feel like he's just going to jump to his top 3. So I didn't put him to visit just because I didn't want to commit so much so soon. DeAndre Johnson, wide receiver, speedster. A speedster at 6'8" is diabolical, so that just seems like a perfect match made in heaven for me if I ever play. Stanton Ramil. Another left tackle or another offensive tackle, 6'7", 314 pounds. Most ideal situation for us. So I'm just going to skip forward. I'm not going to continue to just keep scouting and scouting and scouting when I keep hitting a wall with them. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what ends up happening moving forward for this team. We're ranked 5th for Gibson. Did we drop more for him? I guess not. Powell, we're ranked 4th. We went up. Jamarius Brown, he's in his top 5, so now we're able to put him to visit and all that good stuff first for them. And then DeAndre Johnson, we are 2nd. So we're slowly moving up for different people. It seems like I was wrong about one of the halfbacks getting to their top 3 so soon. So that's not great. Dylan Riley is who I was thinking about, but we haven't moved at all from where we are. So it's not a fantastic sign. Let me just go through these, and then we'll come back and see if I add any visits at that. Okay, so I added some visits to the calendar. Week 3 is going to have the defensive tackle, the strong safety, and not these guys because they're week 2. I didn't put anything for Riley, but I put the other halfbacks there. I put Powell at week 3, and then I put Gibson at week 4, and I also put the wide receiver at week 4 with the left tackle going with Powell so they can benefit each other. So I haven't put any sway or anything like that on these guys just because I don't, like I said, I don't like risking it too much in terms of just when I only have one, the sway is basically redundant unless you get super, super, super lucky. So with that being said, I mean, I could just schedule Riley for the last day because we're not going to get anybody else. But I think we already have, yeah, we have Jared Gibson going that day. I won't mess with that. So let's go ahead and simulate to the last week of the transfer portal. Let's see where we stand with everybody. Hopefully able to get a halfback of some sort. We get a center. We get the defensive tackle Burley, and that's it. We miss out on Riley, which I expected, but we also missed out on Ramil. Very interesting. I was not expecting that, but we're up to first for Powell and Gibson. I guess offensive tackle is going to be more of an issue in the prospect situation. Or I could try to find one in this last week, but I doubt that we're going to be able to get it. How are we fighting for a 3-star linebacker with Penn State? Okay. Jamarius Brown dropped us to second, or we've been in second behind Ole Miss the whole time. Okay. But we dropped behind Texas A&M for Draylen Miller. We've been trying to get 2 wide receivers the whole time? I think so. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, great. Of course, right before the end of it, we have so many needs. Oh, this game's going to give me a migraine. Somehow I feel like we're going to miss out on a lot of these players, but based off of what they said I need now, I'm going after a 4-star free safety, a 4-star QB who I already put to visit with another one that we just got. Turbo Richard, a halfback. I mean, hopefully we can jump up. Tight end, not much of a big deal, to be honest with you. I just did it because it said I needed to. Josiah Thompson, I think, was the one that I put with them. So, yeah, hopefully they all help each other out. Right tackle, that's a 3-star, just to fill in the gap. 3-star right guard. 4-star left edge. We ran out of space for visits, so I would have put the 4 stars all to visit at some point, but can't. Will linebacker, Mike linebacker, corner and 2 corners. I ran out of space for recruits, so I'm missing 1 corner. Can't really do much about that. I could get rid of one of the defensive tackles to be able to do it because now all of a sudden we have enough defensive tackles. Not my fault. Anyways, let's go ahead and sim forward, see who we end up getting to commit to the University of Miami. We got Jared Gibson to commit, so that should be good for our running game. DJ McClary, who we were fighting Penn State for. Tay Johnson, the top-ranked strong safety. A right tackle out of Ocala. A cornerback out of Ocala. Elijah Groves, the other linebacker. Oh, no, we missed out on so much. Why did we... Wait. Why do we drop to 10 for Burley? Were we not 1? Deal breaker. Kill yourself. Wow. Wow, we missed out on a lot. I hope our wide receivers are not weak because of that. Holy fuck, we missed out on so much. That's insane. That's... I've never missed out on that many. Never. Never in my life playing this game have I missed out on that many. That's so wild to me. That is so wild to me. Wow. So somehow, Emory Williams is still the highest rated quarterback. I don't think I'm going to let him start. I think I'm going to have to put him on the bench because there's no way that I'm having Emery Williams start again. I mean, I get it. He won the national championship for us, but I'd rather start one of my freshmen at that point. I don't understand. I don't understand. 97 speed, 99 acceleration. Holy shit, Gibson. Yeah, I think based off of the positions that we have and the positions that we're probably going to be looking for going forward, I'm going to put the talent developer on offensive line for right now because we have a lot of elite dev trait offensive linemen from the past recruiting class that we had. So I'm going to go ahead and do that if possible. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then commit to wide receiver afterwards. But yeah, that should be good. Oh, wait, we probably had enough to go. Oh, no, we need 2 top 5 recruiting classes. Okay. Training results. Let's go ahead and see who got any benefit from this. I'm really concerned about the QBs. Oh, my God. Not even our... Oh, my God. I guess Emery Williams is the one that's starting this year. I can't... I don't know. I don't know. Gibson somehow is not going to be the starter because he didn't get a lot of upgrades in training. Malachi Toney is a junior and is now a 91 overall. And we have nobody else from the time that we've had Malachi Toney. Elijah Lofton, 86 overall tight end. And our offensive line is pretty solid. Like I said, we have some elite development players. Like... well, I guess they're not here because they didn't go through training, I guess. I don't know why. But, anyways, we have some elite development freshmen that should be developing over the years. So, hopefully that is going to be good for us. If we're ranked 1, that's going to be concerning because it's just Emery Williams being the one is just wild to me. I'm not going to encourage any transfers. Let's just go ahead and jump into the season. Hope for the best. I'll show you guys who I put on my recruiting board after I do so. Okay, so I've done enough scouting for right now, but overall, we've basically gone over everything that we're going to need. QBs, let's start with that. We got 2 because I was able to find a gem of a QB later on with my extra hours and everything like that, and a 5-star that we're going to be pursuing as well. Halfbacks, all just for need. We didn't find anything in terms of for gems. Kindred and Hooks are 2 wide receivers. I think we only needed 1, but I ended up finding another one later on. So obviously we're going to focus on Hooks a little bit more. And we found a tight end. I might take this one out and just focus on Vince Tabias. Honestly, I'm just going to save the time and just do it now. But yeah, we only need 1. I'm not going to commit time to 2. Also in this case, I mean, we're first and second for these 2. It's a 5-star and a 4-star, but we found a gem for that as well. Also for guards, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be committing time to both of them. Center, I was able to find one that wasn't bust. Holy fuck, what a name. 2 C's and 2 B's in your last name? That... Oh, your teachers must hate you, bro. But we got 2 edge rushers. I don't even think I think we only needed 1. But we ended up finding this one. I might end up just committing time to Eric and going from there. Defensive tackle, 5-star. Outside linebacker, we found 3 that we needed. Mike linebacker, a 5-star. Cornerback, 5-star. And I think, no, it was just a 4-star. Free safety. And I think that was it. That was definitely it. So we got everything that we need. I'll decide in terms of what we commit time to when the next week comes, so we can really be able to figure out what we're going to do. But with winning the national championship, we should be better off than where we were before. Okay, so we put 50 hours on as many hits that we had. I don't know why I said hits. I meant like gems and just needs in terms of the 5-stars, in terms of the gems. I mean, we still had some players that we needed that we ended up having to settle for less, like the halfback with 25 hours and this Sam linebacker with 25 hours. I should probably switch this one out for one of these guys, so because he's a top rated one, and then go from there. But I tried to disperse it as much as I could. I thought at this point that I'd be at 1,000 hours, because I'm pretty sure it brings it up to at least 1,000 once you get to a certain point, but we'll see. Other than that, though, I like what I have going right now. 25 hours is my bare minimum for most of these players, and I really try to get 50 on all of them, or try to get the right amount. Before, we only needed a certain amount that we were able to put 50 on everybody. Ended up not working out, so let's see if this one works out going forward. And we have our very first commit. It's a halfback out of Tampa. And that's great for us because that gives us a lot of flexibility with the other visits, because we already passed the first 2 times that we'd be able to have visits. I really try to get some going to get some commits early and be able to have more hours earlier. So we're 3-0 so far. I'm going to go ahead and go through these and continue to put what I need to, but oh, fuck. Another halfback commits from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a 4-star. And we're just continuing to pursue these as much as we can, and winning, hopefully. Hopefully I did not just jinx that. No. We're 4-0. We have a 99 overall defense, so that helps tremendously. But other than that, we're just recruiting as much as we can, trying to maneuver as much as we can with the hours that we have, and getting all the players that we deem necessary for the coming years. And hopefully this year we're going to be able to finish it off the correct way. But as we're facing a rivalry this week, yeah, we're going to have to keep getting visits for these certain people, because we only have 110 hours to be able to distribute 4 visits. And this coming week might be a difficult one in terms of recruits either leaving us or going higher in the rankings for us. So I'll have to see what I'm going to do. But so far we have 2 recruits, both halfbacks. I need to get more that aren't just halfbacks. And we got, I think this is a gem of a quarterback. So some more hours to commit, but then we lose a significant amount of linebackers at that. So, oh God, gonna have to replace them. But in terms of everybody else, it seems like it's going decently well. The defensive tackle wasn't great. We lost out on the gem right tackle. That's so tough. That is so tough. We're gonna have to find linebackers and an offensive tackle, because I don't think I committed to 2 offensive tackles. And we got another commit. Will linebacker, 4-star to Georgia, and a 4-star tight end who is a gem. Oh my God, I was not excited to see that, because I had a feeling the left guard gem was definitely one that I'd already thought was gonna happen. I thought somehow I was gonna get to the top 3 in some way, push my way into being the one. Damn, we lose out on 2 big wide receivers to Alabama. That's brutal. That is very brutal. That is very, 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 very brutal. Jeez, I really tried to get him. You can see I was like on the verge of getting hooks. I was really pushing for hooks, but it's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. We're going to have to find another way of getting possibly wide receivers, because I don't think we're going to have any after that. Oh, we don't need wide receivers, so I guess not. I guess not. I'll just commit to the other people. Okay, so we added some people to the list, and that's going to be Upshaw. The only gem that we were able to find, I found a couple that were bust, so I had to take them off and re-put and do all that type of stuff. So hopefully we're going to be able to move up these rankings that we're not already in. Wide receiver, I think, is going to be the toughest one, though, for sure. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. But I think we're doing good so far, and we're going to be able to keep doing good going forward. But we're going to have to keep simulating and hoping for the best for our schedule. And we got another recruit. It's our 3rd halfback that we are trying to get out of Tallahassee. And we get the free safety as well. Oh, God, I was afraid. I was so afraid. Oh, the right tackle that we ended up starting out with on the list. the 5-star was still there, so he's taking his time, which is great for us because I guess he was waiting for us at that point. We're facing Georgia Tech, who we have some recruits going to, so something to keep an eye on. I think this QB might be going to that game. Yeah, so he might commit sooner rather than later. Hopefully, we're fighting pretty hard against Michigan, so that's scary. But we're just gonna have to wait and see how everything goes. Oh, and we got our first 5-star commit. It is a Mike linebacker out of Oregon. Hopefully that's the start of a trend and we get the edge that has 2 C's and 2 B's in his last name. Another 5-star. And, ooh, we're working on the defensive tackle. I had to remember that because I'm traumatized from the other ones. And we get a corner commit, 4-star. We're staying pretty consistent with that at least. And we are second. We dropped to second. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Okay, I was afraid that we were about to lose to Duke. Duke is ranked 16th, so was a little concerned about that. I started putting time into some more wide receivers. I forgot to mention that because I saw that he was about to commit, and I can't see the other one. Upshaw was about to commit, and Upshaw is basically going to Tennessee. So, and I have like no other slots for visits, so not having any visits left is not helping at all. Ooh, the 5-star right tackle ends up committing to UM, which is fantastic. 4-star corner, oh god, I knew something like that was going to happen. We lost out on Upshaw to Tennessee. We almost got back into it, but there was really no fighting back against Tennessee with the gap that they had. And we won against Cal, so that's great. I think, damn, we could have beat Alabama for the defense tackle. But I think that's going to do it for the recruits this year. We're facing North Carolina in the ACC Championship as the #1 seed. So hopefully we're able to win that one and move forward into the college football playoffs. And we got a 4-star right guard with a 3-star will linebacker and some movement in, or no movement at all, just some movement forward in the classes and in the rankings that hopefully we can finish off soon. But we're going to be facing North Carolina ACC Championship. I'm not just going to sit here and watch that one. I care more about the playoffs than the ACC Championship at the end of the day. So I'm going to go through the recruits and then I'll simulate through to make sure that we win against North Carolina. Well, we missed out on a wide receiver that we were trying to get, but it seems like we won against North Carolina, which is beautiful. We keep our #1 seed going into the playoffs, which means we get a bye to start out, which is a great first week. We're going to go through the stats right now after I look at the recruits again, but actually, let's just look at the stats now, and then I'll simulate to the next week that we're going to be able to face somebody. But Malachi Toney set the Miami career receptions record. Holy shit, my stuttering in this one is lethal. And to start out with the QB, Emory Williams, playing time is an F and he wants to leave. I don't quite understand that at all, but more power to you, buddy. I mean, I'd rather you leave at this point. But where's the yards? 3,500 yards, 40 TDs, and 8 interceptions. Again, I mean, mediocre at best. Rushing, Wheatley Humphrey was the leading rusher with 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. And Shamar Brown got 650 with 8 touchdowns. So hopefully we can get some of our other players. Oh, wait, that's Emory. I thought that was one of our... Jared Gibson came here on a transfer as a senior and ended up just not getting any playing time. That's not ideal. That's not ideal for future transfers. Upshaw had the most yards. Malachi Toney just isn't getting the type of traction that I thought he was going to. I don't know if he's... Wow, 23 touchdowns for Upshaw alone? That's wild. Defense, though. Leading tackler was a Mike linebacker and our corner, Frederique Jr., who's been here since we started. He's a 93 overall now, which is great. Bryce Fitzgerald was also there as well. Interceptions, Poyser, O'Connor. There's Bryce Fitzgerald and Frederique. So, In the meantime, I'm going to go through the recruits, see what I can do. Actually, no, I can't even go through the recruits because they locked me out at this point. So, back to the playoffs. This game always confuses me with the recruiting timing and all that type of stuff, because I've seen recruits go to championship games and playoff games in real life, like in terms of on TV and all that type of stuff and whatever, but then you're not able to do it in the game. That makes no sense to me. If I make the playoffs, it should have more of an impact for them to come during the playoffs. DJ Lagway is still with the Florida Gators, and he won Heisman. Wow. Well, it's a good thing that teams don't trust Heisman winners as draft picks. But Upshaw wins the wide receiver award. And let's look at the National Signing Day, because I'm not going to mess with any of their hours, because I did that before and I screwed myself. We missed out on him. We're basically leading with a lot of these guys. The wide receivers is really the only ones that we're fighting for, which sucks. It really does, but we could get some in the transfer portal if possible. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and look at some job offers because I'm curious. I'm not going to leave. This also doesn't make any sense to me. If I'm winning the national championship and all this type of stuff, why am I not getting more job offers in terms of legitimate ones, like, I don't know, Ohio State, if they fire him or whatever? But, you know, I'm not the game devs. I'm just playing the game. Anyways, now we're going to find out. We are facing Ohio State, ironically enough, in the first round in the Peach Bowl. Ooh, that's gonna be a matchup if I know anything about Ohio State. Let's go ahead and just simulate through it like I did in the previous season. I'm going to simulate until hopefully we make it to the national championship. And I think we ended up beating Ohio State. Ideally, yes, we are 14-0, which means we move on to the next round, win the Peach Bowl, and hopefully face a team that probably isn't as difficult as Ohio State is. And we're setting records across the board right now in the career section, not just the season, but Emory Williams somehow is still leading us through the charge. I really thought that I was going to be able to find like a legitimate gem of a quarterback to play. But when we missed out on Arch Manning, that was brutal. We're facing Tennessee, who took one of our wide receivers. We have to beat them because they took our gem of a wide receiver. And we're facing them in the Orange Bowl. And we're going to see if we're able to win this one against them. Oh, we got the Program Builder. I'm going to look through Program Builder and see if there's anything worth upgrading for right now. What I might do is this one, the best advice. 3rd and 7th round projected players are less likely to leave for the NFL, because I think Malachi Toney might want to leave, and I don't really want him to just yet. And it gives us an opportunity. I'm trying to make sure it's not on this one that we have the 8 situation, but it's definitely on CEO for sure. Yeah, increase the number of players to 8. So we're gonna have to hope that we win the national championship. I also love the perk on CEO that you get that much XP from winning. So I'm gonna put it on this one, and then we'll move forward and hopefully be able to get CEO at the end of the season. But we have to face Tennessee first and hope that we're going to win the Orange Bowl. And I think we move on to the championship after this, if I'm not mistaken. Alabama lost to them. Yep. Colorado is somehow relevant in this. And they're facing the Heisman winner in DJ Lagway. And I suspect that we're going to be facing him too, hopefully, if we beat Tennessee. And I think we did beat them. Anytime that it's above 1,000 XP gained, I assume that we're going to win. Yeah, 15-0. And we're moving on. We went from a 99 defense to a 96. I don't know what happened with that, but we're winning, and that's all I care about. Upshaw, single season receptions record. Upshaw's been showing out for this Miami team. And Emory Williams, more than likely. But we win the semifinals, and we move on to the national championship with Frederique Jr. having 1 tackle and 2 deflections, and that wins him player of the week. Don't know if that's great. Wheatley Humphrey got 3 yards per carry? Okay. All right. We're just giving it out. But we're facing the second-seeded Gators in the College National Championship. Ooh, the Florida battle. Of all Florida battles, this would be a wild game if it was in Miami too, or like anywhere in Florida that this would be hosted. That would be insane. That would be wild. And here we go. Florida's going to start out with the ball, and they are making their way downfield, but they end up getting stopped, and they get the field goal block. Our defense does, or our special teams does, and we're hoping that Emory Williams can have one more time that he's able to get us a championship. And the fumble was recovered by the Florida defense, and they're going to be making their way downfield as they're going to get the first score of the game, making it 7-0. We end up turning the ball over once again, but our defense gets it back. 3rd and 10, 1st and 10. We have to somehow get some points up on the board, or we're never going to be in this game at all. Florida somehow just isn't getting anything done as we get our first score right before the half, which is lethal because we have the ball to start the second half. And we're hoping that we're able to make the right play for it, and we're not going to be able to. We're going to have to punt it away. But our defense just keeps showing up as a UM defense should. And we're making our way downfield, and we're going to end up getting another touchdown, 14-7. 3rd and 8, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 2, 4th and 4. Pringle, who used to play for us, is now with the Florida Gators and was not able to get it, but then they go for it on 4th down and are able to get the first. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and they went for it again, and Pringle ends up getting it this time, making it a 14-14 game. 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. Am I gonna have to hop in again for this team? 3rd and 4, 4th and 1, and they punt it away this time. I want to play with this team. I do. And pause. But I really want to have a chance to defend the team that I've been building as much as possible. Here we go. Our first pass play of the drive. We're able to get out. Oh, somehow he grabbed that. I was very afraid that was about to be a pick. I was so afraid. It almost makes me not want to screw this for us right now, but we'll see if Malachi Tony's able to get out in space. I don't think he is. Jesus. 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. We have another shot. Wheatley Humphrey gets us a big rush to move us, or move the chains. I'm looking at Lofton. I'm trying to decide the play before I'm able to get into it. Can we get anybody to get into the right side of the field that there's just open space? There we go. There we go. Somehow we got pushed back. We're going to let it go to the 2-minute timeout. Looking at Brown to beat a quick throw here. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. First down. I don't even really need to force anything going right now, just because we could get this field goal. But I will try to get a touchdown just to secure it. Ooh, 2nd and 6. There we go. Wheatley Humphrey is going to push for the touchdown that could secure the national championship for us. Wow, I had to lock in for that, but that juke was lethal to get us that touchdown. And we win the national championship as Florida was not able to answer back with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Oh, and that starts a dynasty for UM. I might just simulate through the next season just to see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to do any recruiting because, man, does that take a significant amount of time. But, wow, my diligent hours of recruiting has come back to win us 2 national championships in a span of 3 years of starting this. Not even. In the first 2 years that we actually legitimately have a chance, we've won a national championship. See, and now we are a 5-star team, and I think I said that it was either going to be 3 national championships if it took that long, or 5 stars on team prestige, but it took a minute for us to even get that, and I'm sure it was because we won 2 national championships in the span of 3 years. But Frederique once again wins Player of the Week. I guess there's 2 different types, and I didn't realize that. Emory Williams wins Player of the Week in terms of offensive. 2 touchdowns and 198 yards. I mean, I don't know if it's that impressive, but maybe I'm just hating on Emory Williams at this point. But the CEO archetype has been unlocked, and that leaves us with space to work with. I don't think I'm able to buy it yet, though, just because I literally just spent... Yeah, I can't buy it yet, unfortunately. Probably shouldn't have paid for the 3rd and 7th round players, but oh well. We're gonna have to move forward without it for the time being until we get some more space. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to this transfer portal and see what we're able to do. Malachi Toney is officially leaving. He's getting drafted in the 3rd round. We have a 1st round edge rusher, which should be good for us at the end of the day. I'm going to try to get Tay Johnson back. I know he came on a transfer, and he's decided to stay because he is a 4th round pick. Buchanan. I want to try to get Pickett back on the team. He wasn't persuaded, so we're just going to go through what's left. We got Buchanan back. Right edge freshman. I think this was a gem, and we're not going to be able to get him. That's unfortunate. Quincy Crum was also a gem, but we're also not going to be able to get him. What's the deal breaker playing time? Yeah, I assume that much. Draft results. We have 3 players who went in the 1st round, which is fantastic. Tony did end up going in round 3. So, that's pretty good for us. We got a significant amount of XP because of it. And I am going to pay for the CEO archetype, which gives us 12,500 XP every win that we get, and that is going to lead to me increasing the number of players who can visit. The only thing that I think I might... Yeah, the chance of an instant commit when offering a scholarship has been lethal anytime that I have it. Let me take a look at if we're first for anybody in the transfer portal. Let's take a look together, because there's no point of me skipping into that right now without you guys here. Top recruits. We're 2nd for him, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd, 1st. And there's a chance that those can really matter. There is a big chance those can matter. But man, having 8 per day would be great. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait for possibly an XP boost, but I think I'm gonna need those spots for the visits now. I'm gonna do that and then hope that our XP gets boosted up in this following one as well. And gosh, if I didn't do the 3rd and 7th round, I mean, it kept us Tay Johnson, but okay. So we have a pretty significant transfer portal that we're trying to pursue right now. Well, these guys we've already been trying to get, but we're just trying to finish them off. We put them all on visits for week 1 because obviously the transfers that we're trying to get are not going to be visiting. But Alberto Mendoza, the little brother of Fernando Mendoza, is our big QB hit that we're trying to get. A left edge, also 50 hours, another left edge, a bunch of 4 stars really. We only needed, I think it was like the first 5, maybe. And then we just kept going because I feel like at some point it's going to tell me I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. And I'm just going for the positions that it probably would say, like corner, halfback, offensive line, and defensive tackle. Because right now it says defensive tackle only needs 1. I doubt it by the time that it comes to be. And you can't really have too little of an offensive line, especially with overall. So we're going to go ahead and continue forward and hopefully see a lot of progression for these recruits in the transfer portal. And we already have a commit, and it's the ones from the past. Right guard, wide receiver Warmack, defensive tackle Ingram, who is a gem, so that's good for us. And we're just going to continue with the other guys and see what ends up happening. Hopefully we don't miss out on any, and if we do, hopefully it's the ones that we aren't so desperate to get. And like I suspected, they're already trying to get us to get another edge, so Hopefully we're good with the rest that we have been trying to pursue, but we miss out on a lot of big edge rushers with them waiting this long to tell us. And we already have another commit. I think this was part of our original list, if I'm not mistaken. At wide receiver, well, that QB we weren't very concerned about. We're more concerned about Mendoza, which seems to be like a battle with Alabama right now, which is not a great thing to see. I might have to try to pursue another quarterback instead, just because that just seems the trajectory that we're on. We're already in a recruiting battle with Alabama. We might as well send a hard sell that we're able to find out. Status Seeker seems like the most relevant one, but that's just the thing. That is just the thing. Oh, championship contender is this thing. Okay. All right. So we know which one it is. It's aspirational goals. And hopefully we beat out Alabama in that race. If not, that's going to be pretty detrimental for us, because that just is another situation that we don't have a quarterback. Status Seeker, House Call, Championship Contender is the important one, so it's not Status Seeker, but we're going to sway for Status Seeker and do soft sell for House Call and keep pushing forward. And I think we won't have any other visits except for you. We'll put you for the last day since you want to take your time. Championship Contender, and I think we're going to put you with the left edge for brand exposure, and then you... Oh, I guess we'll put you for week 4, because I don't want any conflicting scenarios. So otherwise, we're gonna go through and make sure that we put all the right things on these guys and see who ends up committing or decommitting. And moving on to week 3 or week 4, we do get one of the halfbacks, I'm afraid. Okay, nothing new on Mendoza. That's what I was most afraid about. This may be the last week, actually. Is it week 4? Wow, it is. Okay. So we have week 4, and this is the end-all be-all right now for us. We're still in second behind Alabama. Not a great sight to see. We're going to have to put a hard sell for this left edge just to be able to get back into first place. It's going to be difficult with Georgia already getting a significant lead on us. But, again, I'm going to go through these. I guess I'm missing out on body. I didn't even need halfbacks that much, so it's not like a end-of-the-world situation. But Gamer might be the one for him. Seems like it. Yeah, we're going to do Gamer hard sell just to make sure that we're just knocking everything out. I love when it does that. I love on the last day whenever it tells me that I need like the amount of prospects that I don't have. That's fantastic. I love that so much. So much. Yeah. I'm not getting those, buddy. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why it just decides to do that. I'll get the safeties, and that's really all that I'm able to do, because that's the slots that I have left, because I assumed that I wasn't going to need shit since it already got to week 4 and we weren't looking for anything. But, you know, it's alright. We'll survive, I guess. And now we find out who commits and who doesn't, because it's the end-all be-all right now. Week 4 is being simulated, and then we will simulate through the season, because I am not recruiting for a whole other season again. A 4-star corner, 4-star left guard. So far, it's the positions that we weren't in desperate need of. But defensive tackle, right edge, I'm afraid of... Oh, no, we didn't get a single QB. Mendoza went to Alabama. We're so fucked this year. Oh, man. Well, we do have the freshman that we had, so maybe we aren't as fucked as I think, but, you know, it's alright. We live with our mistakes. I mean, I really just didn't think that QB was going to be that big of a need, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't like you being the starter. I don't. I would rather, yeah, Willingham should be the starter. We just got him. We just got him. Why is Nickel going to be the starter? I'm going to encourage him to transfer. I want him out. I don't know why we keep having these quarterbacks from the beginning that still are here, that for some reason are not going to do anything for our team. Like, I didn't even think about changing. Oh my god. I didn't even think about changing the offensive line. Elite recruiter unlocked. Elite recruiter unlocked. Let's go ahead and see. More upgraded a dev trait. Let's see if other people did. So did Upshaw. Wants an impact. And that's it for right now. In terms of training results, though, strong safety, Tate Johnson, 96 overall. Lethal. Absolutely lethal. Our wide receiver room should be solid, though, moving forward. QB. Gosh. Ugh. We have a bunch of gems, and then Nickel's just taking up that spot. Halfback looks good with the transfer that we just got. Wide receiver, Joshua Moore, Stubbs, Upshaw, all very, very, very good players. Yeah, why are you not auto-progressed? Choosing to auto-progress your entire roster will cause all your players to spend as many. Yeah. Come on now. I thought, for some reason, I thought it did that already. But why? Hold on. Why is it not doing it for Upshaw? Or for Carr? He has 51. And he's just not using it? Okay. Tight ends, pretty solid at Luka Gilbert. Left tackle solid. Left guard solid. Center, Jesus. Probably could have used moving one of our right guards to center. But, you know, I just didn't think about that whenever I had the position changes available. So, other than that, though, everything looks good. Everything looks solid. We should be able to make another run, but I will be simulating straight through. I'm going to turn auto recruit on, see if they get us anybody relevant, and move forward with that. But, yeah, I encourage transfers. Get Nickel up on out of here because I'm tired of him. I'm tired of these quarterbacks that I had no say in at all. Oh. You're already trying to leave. Well, you're a freshman redshirt. Let's just let the freshmen eat. Let's let the freshmen eat. Nickel, get on out of here. And we're going to let the rest of them do their thing. Coaching skills, I think I'm going to help the CPU out and put the chance at an instant commit if we're their top school. I think that's going to help the CPU a significant amount. As much as I would love to do that myself, good God, have I been recording for a long time for this. And if you guys like this type of content, let me know. Let me know what universities you want me to do or colleges you want me to do, because I will do it again if it's requested again. I just, in my heart, wanted to do it because of UM and to bring national championships to them that they deserve. I probably should have stuck with the Mario Cristobal build that they had, but 99 overall defense is insane. But let's go ahead and turn auto recruit on and simulate to, I think I'll go halfway through the season and see how we're doing. Oh wow, we already got a recruit and I haven't even done anything. We got a 4-star left edge. That's insane. That's wild that we already got a recruit. I'm sure that was from the instant commit situation, which is great. Like I said, it's lethal. It's lethal when you're really trying to build a team. So, it's good to know, because I also had a suggestion in a past comment that I remember that said to start with the pre-order bonuses with the coach that they have. So like I was doing FSU, which I don't know if you guys want me to continue that. I have a bunch of videos just saved up for that, but at the same time, they're a little messy. They're not very intertwined. I could just do the same thing that I'm doing for UM for FSU, and make it do. But he or she, I don't know who it was, but they said to start off with Powell, the coach that they have, and with the pre-order bonuses, upgrade him even more, and you already are getting a bunch of recruits, which if I'm able to get CEO, you have to win 2 national championships regardless. So it's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. But let's go ahead and see where is the mid-season mark that I can go to. Maybe week 8. We'll go to week 8 see how everything's going, and just simulate straight through right now. We're 4-3. See, this is what happens when I just okay. We're not even ranked anymore. Okay, we're done. We're done. We were a dynasty for 3 years, and now we're just done. We might as well just simulate to the end of the season, let it be, and just keep on pushing forward. Because I was about to talk about the recruits that we had, but there's no point of talking about them if we're not getting any because we fucking suck. We lost out on... This man recruited at the start of the season, and we lost him. How does... Oh my gosh. What is our CPU doing? Auto recruit is so stupid. Okay, yeah. We're just simulating to the end of the season. There's no point of this. We're just gonna go ahead, get to the bowl games, get to week 15, see how we're doing, because I built the dynasty and then the CPU wants to go ahead and fuck it. Sorry. Very colorful language right now. That's my apologies, but when you spent the amount of time that I've spent building this team to what it is right now, it's underwhelming whenever the CPU just decides that they're not going to do a damn thing about it. But hey, if you enjoy that, because I know we're not making the playoffs, if you enjoy that, please go down there and like so more people can see it, and so we can get this train going again. I apologize for my absence. I apologize for the time that I've been gone, but had to finish college, had to finish my studies, had to do what I had to do, and now I am back to doing what I love, and that's YouTube and sports in general, and hopefully going to be able to get a sports job soon, but we'll see. And wow, 7-5 is insane. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. We didn't make the playoffs, if you can't tell. But yeah, if you don't count that as a dynasty, let me know what you count as a dynasty, and then I will adhere to those going forward. But again, subscribe so you don't miss out on any more content like this, because now that it is the off season for college football and it's about to be for the NFL, I'm also going to be having some rebuilds coming out for that. I'm going to try to keep up with the playoffs, or with the end of the playoffs, as much as possible, because I'm going to start with a team that loses the Super Bowl and go down from there, and hopefully be able to get everything done by the time that the draft comes around. Maybe that would be ideal. Mock drafts may be coming back. I do have to study a little bit more on the recruits. If you like mock drafts, or you've been around and you watched through this entire video, I love you. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing what I love again, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Peace.